moms and word enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Page Turners podcast. I'm Alex, and with me is my thoughtful co-host, Ben.
And I'm Ben. Today we're diving into the deeper questions from the last few chapters to get your brains working before class. Remember, our goal isn't to give you the answers, but to help you brainstorm and develop your own arguments.
Let's start with the tough one, the price of survival. In the chapter, Poor Mac, George says, I need this job. We need this job. Your mom, the doctor bills. This reveals a conflict between his family's needs and his moral feelings about the animals. How would you have advice, George?
This is a truly painful ethical dilemma. George is trapped between economic necessity and doing what's right for Ruby. When you're brainstorming your argument, think about the weight of his responsibility to his family.
Exactly. He's trying to ensure his family's survival, and that job is the lifeline. But at what cost? You need to consider, is there a way for George to keep his job and help Ruby? Would you advise him to anonymously report the situation to protect his job?
Or think about the risk. If George speaks up, he loses the job and his family suffers. If he stays silent, his conscience suffers and Ruby suffers. Which type of suffering is worse in the situation? Survival versus morality. That's the core conflict you need to explore in your discussion.
Our second question is about the power of truth. At the end of A Bad Dream, Ivan finally renames the domain as a cage. Why is naming something truthfully so important to Ivan's new role as Ruby's protector? What is the difference between simply seeing something and truly naming it?
This is the most important turning point for Ivan. For years, he lived in denial, calling his space a domain. He saw the bars, but he didn't name them as a cage.
When you name something, you acknowledge its true nature. For Ivan to name it a cage is to finally accept the horrible reality of Ruby's life and his own. It's a call to action.
Think of it like this. If you call a problem a challenge, you feel in control. If you call it a crisis, you realize the danger is serious. For Ivan, naming it a cage means he's now committed to breaking free. It defines his new responsibility as Ruby's protector.
When you're preparing your thoughts, consider the difference between a domain, a place of ownership and power, and a cage, a place of confinement and desperation. How does that single word change Ivan's entire perspective and guide his future actions?
We hope these thoughts help you prepare your own powerful arguments. Remember to bring your original ideas to class.
We can't wait to hear what you come up with. Happy reading, everyone!